Swafford, and I teach in the Goodfriend School of Business.
I'm Ann Montgomery, and I teach in the Goodfriend School of Business.
Dan Gilbert, Goodfriend School of Business.
And we're going to be answering some questions for you today, and I volunteered to start. What's your favorite thing about teaching?
Let me answer that? Okay. My favorite thing about teaching, I've been teaching now almost 9 years, is building relationships with students. I enjoy getting to know them, hearing about what's going on in their lives, helping them overcome different challenges, and that's mine.
Mine's getting to know the students on a first-name basis because of our traditionally smaller class sizes. I know a lot of the students on a personal level. I attended a state university that had large class sizes. I was a number, not a name, so I've enjoyed getting to know our students over the years, and I'm friends with many who have gone on to graduate.
And at the risk of sounding like an echo, that's also my favorite part. Our students are amazing, and our generation is happy to be working with them, and our future's in really good hands.
Okay, I'm going to go to the question. This will be for both of you. What's your favorite class to teach and why?
The favorite class that I teach on a regular basis is Principles of Marketing. And the reason I like that is because it's a required core class for all of our business administration students. And so that way I get to meet every single student who's majoring in business administration regardless of their emphasis.
I enjoy teaching human resources management. That was my field prior to joining the faculty at Tennessee Wesleyan, and I like to use all of my work experiences and some of the crazy things that I saw in the workplace over the years in the classroom.
I'm going to go ahead and answer my own question. I have a couple of favorite classes, one being accounting, oddly enough, principles of accounting. I think I like it because I get to see a multitude of students. It's a general education for a general core class for business, but it was also the first class that I remember saying I did not want to teach if it wasn't necessary. And now I love it because I really enjoy, because the students come in thinking they're never going to understand the language of business, and hopefully they leave my class knowing that. So I think accounting and entrepreneurship is a new class I teach that I really enjoy as well.
I guess I'll go third. And my question for my colleagues here is, what is the strangest thing that has happened in one of your classes? The strangest thing, unusual event, maybe an interesting presentation.
I have one, and it is a presentation. We have, even though we do not have a super large student body, we have a very high international student population. And I did have a student begin his presentation in Spanish once, and then it was like he caught himself and went back and started again in English. So that was pretty interesting.
I'm thinking back to a moment, this has been just a few years ago. I still have this student in class. And I'm getting to know the students on the first day of class, and I asked, what they do, if they have some hobbies and such, or they play a sport. And this young man answered where he was from and everything, and he said he played soccer. Well, then the whole other side of the room erupted in laughter. So I look at the young man, and his eyes are big, and I thought, he's upset. These people are laughing at him. So that kind of hit my little switch. And so first day of class, I chewed the whole class out about being respectful and not. And it actually turned out he actually was a basketball player. And he was joking about being soccer, but I couldn't tell. And so the rest of the class, I started asking him about soccer and when his first game, and he's answering me, and he has to come up at the end of class and apologize about it. But we laugh about it now.
I had several strange events over the years, or unusual things happen in class. One recently was, without my prior permission, I had a student who on the day of his senior capstone group presentation decided to go to Middle Tennessee for a job interview. And his group mates during the presentation held up his image on a laptop, and he participated by Skype from Middle Tennessee. Very innovative, and of course they did well, but that's a pretty unusual thing, not to present live. We have a lot of group presentations in our program that we require of our students to get them ready for graduation and life in corporate America.
Is it time? So I have one more question. What keeps you coming back each semester?
the students. They really do. I love getting to know them. It's fun each semester. It's got a different feel about it. No semester is going to be the same. Probably the most exciting job I've ever had would be this, because it's so different each time.
Right. I left corporate America several years ago and moved to higher ed. And one of the reasons I did that, one of the reasons I left and enjoy coming back, is every year is a renewal. It's new students. There's a fresh start every August and again in January. Another reason that I like I like teaching at Tennessee Wesleyan. Another reason I like teaching at Tennessee Wesleyan is the campus is beautiful. It's not huge. It's not spread out. I know I get students sometimes who attended elsewhere and they had to take a shuttle bus from one class to the other, but here you can reach everything in the same few minutes, and the campus is beautiful. We're going through the change of leaves this time, fall of years, absolutely gorgeous, and I just enjoy the campus community, the environment, the feel, the fit, the culture is a good fit for me.
And I agree with both of them. It's great to come back and have different students, and sometimes you teach different courses each semester, and so it is very refreshing. And also to see what's going on campus. Our campus is evolving every day, and we have new buildings and new programs and a very supportive administration that will offer us whatever they can in the way of resources to keep pushing forward and improving things for our students every day.
I'll ask the wild card question
Okay.
of dealer's choice for my two colleagues. What kind of fun things, what kind of interesting things could a student that attends the Goodfriend School of Business at Tennessee Wesleyan University, what kind of things could they expect from our Goodfriend School of Business, from our faculty, extracurricular things that we do that they may not find somewhere else, something unique that we offer or things that we do extra?
One thing that I think makes our school unique is that since we do teach in the School of Business, 100% of our faculty members have business experience. We all worked before entering the academic world, and so we can bring a lot of that and a lot of interesting anecdotes, especially Dr. Gilbert from his years in HR. We all have a lot of interesting anecdotes, and we have student-led organizations like Phi Beta Lambda, which is the college version of FBLA in high school. And so that chapter is very active and plans trips and contests and has things on a monthly basis that students can attend.
And I was going to add our students that study international business. They have part of their core requirements would be to travel abroad or study abroad. And so we have opportunities for students to do one or the other. We've had students that have spent semester in New Zealand. We've had some that's traveled to Europe, or this year's trips to South America. So that's a great opportunity for students. And another one I would think of is the addition of the entrepreneurship minor that we have now. It's for our business students, but it's also for all students on campus. It's very interdisciplinary, and it's neat to see business students partnering up in different things with students from other disciplines and seeing what happens from that.
And if you've not been out of Tennessee, if you're a Tennessean, you can join us. We're taking, how many trips are going to New York City this semester? I think we're taking
2.
a couple of groups to New York City and to some other cities. So it's a chance to get out, see what other students from other places are studying and what experience they're having, and then cultural exchange. So it's a good opportunity.
And I think too, I'm going to add to that, as far as maybe a student's not in the position to get to travel abroad or study abroad, is the nice diversity we have on this campus. And I think a lot of people don't realize how many international students come to us. And so they're sitting in the classroom with people from all over the world, and it brings about good exchange among students, and I enjoy that.
Dr. Swafford, why don't you tell our audience of some of your role as the athletic rep, the faculty athletic rep to the
Sure.
NAIA. You see most of our athletes
I do.
come through your office?
They do. The NAIA is the collegiate association of which Tennessee Wesleyan is a part, and they have specific eligibility requirements. And so each semester, I am required to certify the eligibility for almost 400 of our student athletes. And so that gives me a nice opportunity to meet those even who aren't business majors. And they are very earnest and very easy to work with, and I enjoy that very much. And we have lots and lots of sporting events on campus that students can attend, and it's nice to, your classmates appreciate your support when you attend, and they appreciate when faculty members attend, and that's the really nice thing about a campus this size.
Ms. Montgomery, Ms. Montgomery, why don't you take a moment and tell our audience about how our students enter. Ms. Montgomery, why don't you take a moment and tell our audience how our students interested in entrepreneurship get to interact with local entrepreneurs from time to time?
Okay, yes. Well, we do. We're building that program, and it's evolving, but we are bringing more local entrepreneurs in to be guest speakers for students. We're also going to be developing a program called Meet the Professionals, which is where our Lighthouse, the Lighthouse is the entrepreneurship center for the campus and the community. It also has co-working space, but we'll be bringing professionals in to where maybe, a few hours a month we have someone with accounting experience, right, that they can offer their services to help someone figure out where they are in their performance for their business plan. So we're having more of that connection. We're going to be having a emphasis on female entrepreneurship. So I'm excited about that. We're bringing in, gathering up a source of local women that are in business, and going to do more like maybe a lunch and learn, maybe a breakfast where our students can then interact. We took a group of female students in September of this year to Nashville. We called it the Inspire Tour, and we had, I think we had 10 girls attend total, and we went around to like 5 or 6 different female startup companies and let them interview them, and they learned a great deal. They learned that it was a lot of work, blood, sweat, and tears to get a business off the ground, but I think they came back with what we wanted, which was inspiration to do their own thing now.
Do we have time for one of them to ask me about the MBA program?
Dr. Gilbert, as director of our MBA program, can you tell our listeners a little bit about that program as well as our 4+1 opportunity?
I can. As you're finishing up your studies at Tennessee Wesleyan, think about arranging your schedule in such a way that the last fall and spring semester, as you get ready to graduate, you enter our early admission program for the MBA, and the MBA classes you take while you're still an undergraduate are included in your undergraduate tuition, so you have a good cost savings there. We have a lot of our graduates go right into our MBA program, which was a 30-hour, 10-course program with concentrations in management and concentrations in accounting. And all of that information is available on our website. And of course, you can call any one of us or any faculty member if you have questions.